You do.
I have to recap when you the DM, so.
Yeah.
Did you get my Wayne's World reference?
Yes. Only while you were asking, did you get? And I was like, oh, wait, you're like, it was right there.
Goo.
It is.
Oh, we don't have a marker, do we?
There's a Sharpie.
That was
I
my
can
bad.
run up and go grab one, that's okay. I'll grab, I missed a second.
Okay, in the
Okay.
meantime, welcome. So, we are glad that you have chosen to rewatch the live, unless you're very quick and jumped on immediately. So, tonight, I don't want to say, well, we're going to start right out. We're going to do a couple, like a recap and a little bit, and then for those that haven't watched it, you get to get caught up, because honestly, it's a great story, and jumping in at any point is
And we've
still
only
good.
had 2 episodes.
Yeah, and
Housekeeping.
yeah. And so, first and foremost, Ashley, would you do the honors?
Can we hear you past the computer with the
Can we
microphone?
do the honors? Oh yes,
You're
loudly.
when you're
Too
over.
much. No, I have a loud voice automatically. But anyway, yes.
Okay, so we're in a party. We are mapping out this unknown area, and we stopped on an island, and bad things happened. And I killed something pretty cool, which you didn't mention last time. Anyways,
Actually, I
so
did.
later,
It
later.
came around to it, yeah.
Yeah, later. Not in the recap.
Everything happened later.
I was like, but wait, I'm the one. I'm just kidding. But so we left our little hideout house that we stayed in. We left, and then you were pretty beat up, right? It was you that was really beat up. Okay, and then we followed some vision you had of this tree, and met
It was
some.
spectacular.
What is it? Dryads? Is that right?
Yes.
There's 3
I
of
accidentally
them.
called them druids at the end of it. I listened to it. I'm like, they were speaking druidic.
Dryads.
It's okay.
There was.
You said it right the first time. That was the important thing.
Yep. They're druids.
I can't remember their names right now. There's Tulip and Berry, and I can't remember the first one.
Something to do with the plant.
Yeah.
Twig.
You're all on the right track. But the important thing is.
Anyway, so they wanted me to stay with them, right?
They did.
And
yeah. And they were going to
I
as well.
somehow convinced them that I didn't need to stay.
The natural 20 is what
And
happened.
then they hated him,
They did.
and
It was
they
unfair.
gave you a box.
It was totally uncalled for.
It was a bit racist.
I saved them.
Was it mostly because
I
you
don't know.
have like dark magic or something? That's what they thought?
Sorcery, probably.
And they thanked us because we got rid of the weird creature, and
They healed me.
they healed you. That's right. And then you didn't open your box.
No.
I thought that was weird.
It could be a trap. I don't trust them. They didn't like me.
Crap. I don't like you. Here's a present.
That's
Exactly.
true. That is
Exactly.
true.
Yeah.
But I was like, I want to know what's in the box.
I want to know what's in it too, but I'm not going to kill everybody on the boat.
Then we left that, and we came across a tower with some really bored guards, and they told us that these
Hans and Doric.
these
Dorkin.
men with horns.
Dorkin.
What was it like? What did he say? Like a bull and a man. So what is it? Like is it a
Minotaur.
Do we know that?
We've surmised it
Okay.
when we were going through the
All right.
woods. And he
Stolen
kept
their
talking.
horses, and so we went after them, and I turned into a bear,
You did.
and
A brown bear.
and then we just came up on a dead horse, and then there was one hiding, so there was like more than one, right?
I forget who.
There was something big down underneath,
Someone-
and then something
Remember
else was hiding up
Someone
by
Yeah,
us.
rolled.
okay.
Someone
I think
rolled
it might have
a
been him.
high
Yeah.
perception
I think it
roll
was him.
and happened to see behind one of the trees there was something
Yeah.
standing there.
Well, and that's where we left off,
That is where we left
right?
off.
Yeah.
Okay. I just watched it to get caught
Very
up.
good.
So, okay, I'm gonna go grab a mic.
And before we get started, while she's doing that, would you like to talk about? I was going to say our sponsor, but
I mean, in a way.
in a way, in a way,
An unpaid sponsor.
yeah. Which is just a shout out.
Yeah.
Basically, our
But
lead.
sponsors sound better.
Yeah.
Our free leecher. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's me. Yep, I'm the leech.
No man, go on.
I come in here 6 months ago and take part, and then I just start feeding and giving nothing in return.
I love it.
So
the dormant tick.
So my friend and I, who between the two of us have over 35 years of gaming experience, started a podcast for tabletop RPGs. It's called First Watch. You can find it, the best place is anchor.fm/firstwatch. That's the anchor.fm/firstwatch. You can find us on Instagram at First Watch Podcast. But we're doing a twice a month podcast where we go through and review topics around the tabletop RPG sphere, sharing past gaming experiences we've had, and answering questions from the listeners. So if you have any questions, you're fine. Yeah, if you have any questions, you can email those to firstwatchpodcast@gmail.com. And that felt like a really long promo.
Nope.
I feel like I should pay you for that
It was
promo.
plenty good. Nope, I felt.
And I'm sure David will have the
And
link somewhere.
I have to say, Bard endorsed. I listened to both of them and I love them both. So honestly, not just because he's my friend, I can't wait for the next ones. Yeah, so
Got good stuff coming down, especially as new additions, new things come out. We'll probably be talking about Saltmarsh when that comes out. We'll be talking about Pathfinder 2 when that comes out. We're going to talk about more Star Wars RPGs, things like that. Who knows? We may even get into the Star Wars X-Wing miniatures, a discussion on that. Those are a lot of fun.
I'd like to partake in playing that game someday.
We can do that. We can do that on this channel. We'll set up a camera over the
will.
top and then a second one from the side, and it'll be shenanigans all day.
We can fly ships.
All right.
It's a trap.
Now,
Oh,
That's the
poor
third time I
Avatar.
think we've used that.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Only, I think it's like the first one while we've been filming. Maybe. Really? We'll need to
done
keep a
that.
tally of that.
I edit a lot, so I hear it multiple times. So I'm no good
No, I'm
at
saying the
saying
third time tonight
Yeah.
since
Oh,
we've
really?
been going.
Yeah,
Wow.
you just
Yeah.
haven't been paying attention.
That's insane.
I know I did one earlier. It was like when you were walking over right when we started or something.
And then when we were talking about the box, he said it.
Yeah, that's
Or
right.
you said it. Someone
No,
said
he
it.
did.
Yeah. So.
Tonight.
All right, let's do
There's
this.
something behind the tree, and you spot it. It's a bit nerve-wracking.
I'm a bear.
Because you went and slinked off into a berry bush.
I am hiding,
You are,
but
But I'm a bear.
but you are a bear.
Okay.
You just look like a bear. But like I did say, and I don't know if you caught it when you listened to it, when you take the form of a bear, everyone that knows you
Oh,
kind
yes.
of can
yes.
see a little bit like the
So I'm a
fur
little
kind of
scaly.
looks, the fur kind of looks a bit like scales to us.
So I look like I'm a bear that has been through some stuff.
You look
You've
mad
seen
at
things.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. But to us, we can
Look at
see
the
it.
dragon bear.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause it just sounds
Okay, this is
like
gonna be
that.
interesting.
Okay. Could you players describe their characters? I think we can absolutely do that. That's a great point. Absolutely. And by the way, you haven't missed much. We just did a recap, but we're absolutely willing to talk about our characters, and I'll fill you in as we go. Would you like to start with your character?
Yeah. So you've got Key, who is a very obviously wood elf. In going through here, he's got like a tan, almost coppery skin, bright, almost shining green eyes, shortish brown hair. You can't really tell how old he is just because, the timeless youth and beauty of an elf.
I love what you're doing. It's really uncomfortable, but
I
it's
know.
great.
That's right. I did that on purpose.
The narcissism of an elf.
That's right.
I'm beautiful.
I'm beautiful.
And also I have neck
I
problems.
must stroke my neck.
That only reminded
Goiter
me
much?
of Jabba the Hutt. Anyway,
Appealing to the goiter enthusiast.
he's slightly shorter than what would be viewed as the average height for a human, but he's slender but very strong in that time. So he wears let's see, I believe he was wearing leather armor. Yep, leather armor with a
Most of the time.
most of the time. We haven't gotten to that part yet.
To our buddy
Brown chicken,
pal.
brown cow.
Alston Garrick is a gnomish sorcerer. He has dark hair. and we found out in the first episode his left hand is actually a claw.
No.
He's very what's the word? How would you describe Alston?
You mean appearance-wise?
He's kind of a stoic gnome, which is, I mean, he's really unusual for a gnome. So
a bit.
He's not jolly.
No.
Eccentric.
And
yeah,
he doesn't wear a hat.
in gnomish circles, he would be extremely eccentric.
Yeah, for sure. I would say.
Yeah.
And currently, the only NPC with us at the time is a gentleman named Doric, and they laugh at him constantly. I can't imagine why. But he's a bumbling fool, so they think, just by the way he
he's the
sounds.
soldier guy.
And he's just hanging out. He's just a guard.
We call him Dorkin.
Former sailor. But
Okay, and I'm Tatian, and I'm a silver dragonborn, and I have a little bit of bronze too. And I'm tall, and kind of scary looking, but like cool. And I don't know.
dubious backgrounds. That, who knows?
I have like scars and stuff. But
All right.
I look tough.
Good description. I love it all. No, I love it.
Don't ask me about what I'm wearing because everyone always does that. And I'm like,
What
I
are you
don't know.
wearing?
She's wearing clothes and armor. Okay, I don't know what the difference is between any of the armor, so don't ask me.
Something fitting the situation.
Well, and a
Exactly.
druid, they don't
Yeah.
wear metal, so it's probably just padded.
she is metal. What does she need wearing metal for?
I'm a
I am
dragonborn.
metal. All right.
Is it fair to say
My
that,
skin
that
is my
Dorkin at this point is the Jackie Stout heart of this campaign?
It's safe to say that that's where we're headed.
I was
Tie into our
wondering.
other campaign. Go watch it.
Which, yeah, definitely watch the time.
That one has some great accents.
And some terrible ones too. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's get started. I actually love them all. All right. All right. You see someone behind the tree. You're the only one that sees something.
Oh, but I'm hiding.
Yes, you are.
Am I
So-
with everybody?
You are. You're just a
Okay.
bear.
They don't see. They
You
need
can't
to pretend.
speak common as a bear. You speak bear.
Oh.
What?
Is that what a bear sounds like? We were just
It
playing.
does.
That's
now.
cow.
We were just playing the brave game, and that's what the bear kind of sounded like.
Oh yeah.
Henry was playing it. So.
Except you can do motions and stuff. But anyway, so she turned into a bear, and you saw this, and then he went and started slinking behind a bush, or into a bush.
And I had a
so to
spell
speak.
prepped.
And you were just kind of standing out there with Doric, and Doric's just kind of looking around. You see the entrance now. It looks like a cave. Yeah, I mean, it's not small, but it's definitely it's a cave. I mean, it's all sandstone and kind of worn. Looks like carved many years ago. Again, there's like half-made pillars that have been torn down through time or other means that are kind of dotting this area. You can see they're very sandy, but the ground itself has maybe a little bit of cobblestone underneath it. So at one point, this was either some kind of temple or some kind of
Oh, the cave has cobblestones.
just around it.
Oh.
It's like a circular area, and the trees are surrounding it, and they're very large red
Are we
cedars.
standing on top of the cave? That's kind of how
No,
I saw
you
when
were,
you described it.
and then
Okay.
you guys walked down the
We
side
went down.
because
Okay.
the cave essentially. Okay, so the cave's over here, and it goes up like this,
Uh-huh.
and then there's this little cave like right in
Yeah.
the center.
Okay.
So.
And so we realized that we were on top of the cave
Yes,
and went down.
and you
Okay,
went down the
okay.
side, and you're on the right side, technically left if you're.
And we
facing.
don't see anybody, but he saw something.
He did, and he has not said anything. So, what are your characters doing at this moment?
I mean, can I do a perception check since I'm
Yeah.
a bear?
You absolutely
And I
can.
can
I'd be
things?
looking at the cave with the spell prepped because I already did a perception check. And
Yeah.
missed.
17.
So,
Okay,
We were coming down here to chase down our horses.
Yeah.
correct. And you did see one dead horse,
mm,
and it doesn't look fully eaten, but it's definitely been like a leg has been taken off of it,
Like hacked off or like chewed off?
ripped off.
Oh.
More. I mean, you haven't gone and inspected it, but that's what you kind of can tell. It doesn't look clean at all.
You know, there are places in the
Why
world
did I
where
turn
it's
into a
acceptable to eat horse.
You have advantage
Not in
on
the
wisdom
US.
perception checks as a keen
and
smell.
Oh.
So
New
you can
Zealand.
roll that again.
in the islands,
That's
Pacific
okay.
Islands.
17 is good.
pretty common there.
17's good.
17's great. No,
Okay.
that's very good. Perception-wise,
Don't
what
I
were
look
you
like a
kind of
giant
looking
on
for?
that live stream?
Kind of do.
Danger.
You're like twice my size.
That the creature that is eating the
You're just
horse.
a little child.
I want to
You're a
see if I
child
can
here, little
smell
child.
the.
Please, sir.
What is going on over here?
Side commentary, sorry.
Oh.
I want to see if there's like the thing that's eating the horse. That stole the horse.
Okay.
Can I smell it?
I'm gonna have to rewatch to understand what was going on over here.
It was like
It's
an
not-
Oliver.
it's nonsense.
Yeah, we
reenactment or
shouldn't have been.
something.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's fine. I just was like, what did I miss? I'm trying to.
Nothing important over here.
Okay, so you're looking
Promise.
for
Just
danger,
noise.
kind of trying to find out what.
I'm looking for the creature.
Okay, so you're smelling there with a 17. You do see it. You do see it.
I see
So
it.
you're smelling the air, and all of a sudden you just kind of notice to the side there's something kind of peeking around the side of a tree.
What does it look like? It's like armored. Is it where? Does it have a?
Looks like it has bones like
Okay.
draped over it.
And it has like the head of a bull, but like the body
The
of
side,
it.
you can see like the side, and it's definitely an eye, and you can see a horn. It's
Mm.
chipped, but you can see it.
Does it have a weapon that I can see?
Nothing you can see.
Oh, okay. I'm going to.
I love high perception.
Oh, hold on. Let me
Just
look.
ruin everything.
Okay, because I'm a bear. This is new.
And I'm a bear.
I'm a bear.
We're doing bear stuff.
Sorry.
Looking
Um,
for some berries.
I'm gonna knock an arrow just to have it ready.
I'm gonna go attack it because I'm a bear.
Okay. So you
Alright.
take
Am I bigger than this, or am I about the same size?
no.
I'm
it's-
smaller.
It's bigger than you.
It's bigger than me.
Oh yeah.
No,
Yeah.
bulls can't be bigger than bears.
Minotaurs.
That's what you're thinking is your character. So you charge. Suddenly you just see her just like start taking off.
See, that was a good bear noise.
Yeah,
You
I
have to do
liked
the
that.
bear noise.
Yeah, I have one of these. Is that
Thank
all right?
Yes, please do.
No, we put
That's
them
why
there to torture
I made
you.
them so they would get out of my house
Anyway,
because I
so
had them
you
in the freezer. They
suddenly
were
wait. Why
frozen
is she a
to
bear?
go.
She is a druid, and she changed into a bear. Fun fact.
Because he did it. Because I wasn't playing.
she
that
wasn't.
But and to be clear, this is not a dire bear, so she does not go up a size category.
No.
So
She's
stuff.
just-
Can I do that eventually?
You can do
Eventually.
some crazy
Oh,
stuff. Druids
that's
are kind of
awesome.
a little overpowered.
Okay.
Gotcha. Thanks, Cupcake.
So I'm going to
His name's Cupcake. I'm
use.
not calling him.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Sure.
use
I call my subscribers tough cupcakes. going to use-
multi-attack.
Okay.
So that's 2 attacks, one with its bite and one with its claws. So I'm first going to hit it with my claws.
I'm gonna say because you move so quick. Because if you've seen bears run, I'm gonna allow you to get that.
I have seen bears run.
They're
You
insane.
can go like
All
30
right.
miles an hour.
All right.
So I rolled 2 attacks, right?
Technically,
I didn't have to.
that's your multi-attack.
Okay, don't say technically.
Yes.
Just say yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
All right. What do I add?
So many things.
What do I hit? What do I
You
add?
add your you act like that's your stat sheet.
But this
so,
is
yes. So strength
Okay.
would be your attack.
okay. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was 15 for the first attack. That wasn't a very good one.
But it's a hit.
Oh really?
I don't think it expected you to charge it.
Okay. Yeah. Do I get like a?
You see, it's a flat-out minotaur. It's
Okay.
huge.
Okay.
It's standing there
So
with a
then
great
now,
axe as it's watching.
Forgive me. I've never been a bear before. What do I do for damage? Because I don't have it on here.
For a brown bear, you do. What are you doing first?
It's my claws
you can do
first.
you can do 1 bite and 1 claw.
Well, I'm doing claw first.
So claw
and
first is
then
2d6 plus 4.
2d6 plus 4.
Brown bear, what do you see?
I'm
We did that last time.
I know we did that last time, and I told you I'm adding on hit points every time.
8. What did you say? 2d6 plus what?
2d6 plus 4. I'm just kidding about that.
Sure.
Okay, 12 for the first one, and then I do for my bite, attack for my bite.
Yes. Oh, you do.
That's a 6. 10.
Okay, so
The bite didn't get
10,
hit, huh?
10 damage. No, 10
No.
total. No, it did not hit. So the first one, the claw comes around the side of the tree and just rakes across its thigh, and right here just rips at its side
11 damage.
for 11 damage.
Yeah.
And you just hear what you heard before when you were further back, this huge roar. and then it is going to take roll for initiative. Those that are getting involved, which is one of my favorites. Saying.
And wait, do I have movement as a bear?
Did I witness this event?
I have movement as a bear, right?
Mm-hmm.
So can I? So after my bite didn't get, I'm going to.
Can you give me my bag of goodies?
You're right here.
Oh.
I'm going to not move out of range, but just move back a little bit, so I'm not right there.
Okay, which provokes an attack of opportunity.
Really? But I didn't move. But I didn't.
You moved within its space, and then you're moving out of its space.
It's if you
Oh, well, it's gonna
if you
attack me
engage
anyway.
it.
It
It's
is
if you
gonna attack
engage
you.
it, then you either have to disengage. You have
It
to.
rolled a
which is-
natural one.
Oh, good.
which is a big disengage, which is I think a full action.
As rogues
Yeah.
can do that without provoking an attack.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
You can,
That's the only way I've ever understood it because I was a rogue for a little bit.
or you can
so.
do an
For a very
acrobatics
short
and
amount of
roll
time,
out
but-
without provoking an attack of
Sure.
opportunity.
But as a
Like a
bear
dash,
in
yeah.
this
Yeah.
situation.
Oh, okay.
But
okay. It rolled
that
a
being
natural
said, he takes his great axe and just one-handed swings at her with all his might. Unfortunately, embeds itself in the tree and is having trouble getting it free.
Yes.
What was the initiative rolls?
Oh, I need to roll.
25 to 20. No one.
I rolled. I
16
rolled.
for
What's
me.
the bonus
20 to
plus 2?
15?
So
That's
20.
your-
Did I
it's your
roll?
dex.
I didn't roll.
So 18,
3.
which is why I didn't write
And
anything.
I
I'm just gonna write
rolled
0
a
in there
good
so I can
initiative
remember that.
again. Just kidding.
At least you
guys.
get multi-attacks with
I
initiative.
rolled a
Unless you
5.
have like a special feat. or
Alston,
something
you
like
got
I do
15,
not.
18,
18.
18.
Yes.
Doric.
That's how I didn't waste my high roll.
Doric.
All right,
Doric.
and go. Okay.
Did you get mine?
Yes, you got 16. So
Okay.
Alston, you are first. You
that would've
see the
been-
bear take off running and just swipe, and then it takes a swing. at
Close am I to all of this?
it. You're about 40 feet.
I'm 40 feet. Well, I can't
Look, we were wrong.
get there in one turn.
Plus 5, because look, it's right there. I didn't see that.
Well, that's not what I have. But if that
No,
was
no,
the-
no. It's fine. It's fine. 2d6 plus 4 was
Oh,
right.
plus 5 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, so you should add damage for the next one.
second one didn't hit
You rolled a 10 though.
altogether. I rolled it.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yep. Right, we're good.
Okay, I am going to move in closer. 30,
How much?
30 feet. I'm going to be
Okay.
within 30 feet of it. And I'm going to cast Bane.
Bane. All right.
Yes.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm not gonna do the voice. Go on.
Am I the only one who?
So it gets a -4 from.
Is there a saving
from
throw
its-
or
No. Yeah. Well, let's see. Yeah, it would be. It would be. Yeah. He has to beat a 13.
Ooh. Unfortunately, he rolls a 19. He, as soon as you start to cast on him, he just starts roar and just hides behind the tree for a second and just like regenerates himself. At least when it comes to his mind, he
Yeah.
senses something coming and he hides from it. He's a bit of a mystical being, is himself. So he,
Can I still? Sorry. Can I still understand common as bear?
yes,
Just
absolutely.
wanted to make sure.
He, it is your turn.
Then I am going to loose an arrow at the creature, spending.
And I'm like,
Let's see, precise attack. I was just reading this as it popped up as my turn.
Okay, you probably subscribe to this channel because you're probably listening to the music, because I do bard music first and foremost. So that's where the most people come to me from. The rest are either from Instagram or otherwise. So either way, you guys chat it out.
But we're a big ball of fun when it
can't
comes
remember
to
why.
D&D.
Yeah, we play the games. It's not the biggest part of the channel, but it's personally one of my favorites because these guys, they're so great. Let's do this. All right, what are you doing?
I'm going to loose an arrow
I do.
and then also utilize one of my daily shadow arrows, which deals plus 2d6 of necrotic damage.
Yes, it does.
So that's part of my marauder bow. Yes, we're walking right into combat. We walked right in. We started off hot.
It's kind of where we left off. We were about to start. But
If you don't mind me commenting on that as well. Okay.
You comment as what?
So I'm gonna roll in.
I mean, I felt like that's where we were heading at the end
Yeah.
of the episode.
I want to go home.
All right.
You're just like,
So
why am I here?
that is a 24 to hit.
Dang it, that's a miss. I'm just kidding. It's a hit.
I
That was
like.
for the
I
brown
almost,
bear.
I almost brown bared my pants about that. My gosh, if that was a
Nope,
miss.
that was a hit and a half.
Whew, good. So that's. So I'm gonna
gonna
deal
hurt.
that one
Right.
You might one shot it.
extra 2d6. So for this, because my Marauder bow is 1d8 plus 6 piercing, plus my 2d6 of necrotic damage for the twice per daily shadow arrow. I'm gonna roll all this together.
Yeah, he's got a magic bow. I made it.
So
It's in
that's-
Instagram if you want to check it out.
That's 17 points of damage.
That's awesome.
Man.
So the arrow, give or take, it was a really good shot. Where were you kind of aiming?
I would have
Obviously
been.
not. I got him in the neck and head. You know, like
I would have
like,
been aiming in the chest, in the central
Gotcha.
area, like
Okay.
to avoid her, but still in the main part of the
Sure.
body.
And he hits, and then you see him trying to cast some magic, and you hear him whispering, and he's like sending out magic. It tries to hide, and you sight because you're kind of in the bush.
Yeah.
You kind of, and it just comes out and hits right between some trees and nails him right in the chest with a big thud, and you just like that satisfying like every
Just that-
time
that
that like
sound.
yeah.
Of
You're
a
like
hit.
of a secure target. All right.
Is it back
Air
to me or is
No,
it
it's not
turn?
back to you.
It's turn?
I rolled
Dork.
a 5, so.
Doric goes like a champ and starts charging.
We
He-
pegged him wrong.
So he
He
had.
did say he was a man of action.
He is. And he also had a
See how
hatchet.
that turns out.
He had a hatchet with him, and he threw the hatchet at it, and it hits it in the leg, like right in the thigh, and it deals 6 damage.
You rolled a 20 for that.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I rolled 13, but he has bonuses. All right, so
You rolled this one.
yeah, it's a 13
For the attack.
for the attack, and then I rolled a d6.
Oh, I didn't.
Anyway,
see you roll that.
so he hits it, and he just kind of goes, oh, you see him like jazzed up, like, hey, I got it. He's about 15 feet away from it. He didn't move full distance because he's kind of nervous.
Because he's a man of action.
Your turn.
Oh, it's my turn.
Oh boy.
Okay. All right.
The
So,
Minotaur unfortunately lost his turn because he used the natural one and embedded his axe into the
okay.
He has to recover.
So where did he hit him with the arrow?
He did pull the axe
Chest.
out. He
In
hit
the
him in the
chest?
chest.
Okay.
So far he's got an arrow in the chest, a claw mark right here, and a hatchet stuck in his thigh.
Okay. I'm
Not
going
so well for him so far.
I'm going to. Can I just do multi-attack whenever I want, or is there like a?
You can multi-attack every turn. I mean, if you do an action, you can do another
Okay.
action
That sounds good. Let's
as
do
your
that.
bear form.
Yeah,
your different animal forms do different things. Crazy stuff.
Okay, so I'm going to do
Super
that again, and this time I'm going to, since it's not, so he's trying to get his
He has just pulled it out and took an arrow and
What?
then an axe embedded.
he put it, so, but he swung an axe
Huge, great axe.
and
yeah.
he got it in the tree.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
aiming
so
for you.
and so he's trying to get it out.
He got it out just now.
He just got it out.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna bite him with a multi-attack. So I'm gonna bite him first on his arm, and then I'm gonna slash as I'm biting.
Okay, do it.
Okay. Should I roll
Roll
attack
twice.
for both?
I would do both first, just to see where you're at. Natural 20 on a bite.
Oh man.
She just.
Son.
And a 3 on the.
That's okay.
But you know, like
You got him good on the bite, so.
Yeah.
Do you want
Okay,
quick
hold on.
chart?
Sure. I don't know what that means. I mean, I know what it means, but I don't. Just whatever.
It's my birthday.
Okay, and then
You should
what
use
does
a
that mean?
crit-
Hit
crit
8,
and a fumble
1d8
I
plus
have
4.
both.
Is that what that means? Which one's an 8?
The one that has 8 sides. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
I'm so sorry. Is
So
this
sorry.
it? Is that the 8?
Yes.
on- yeah.
Yes, that one's an 8.
Okay, so it says hit 8, 1d8 plus 4. What does hit 8 mean?
As a monster class, I can choose just as a DM to say he hits you for 8 to
Oh.
make it easy.
Oh, okay.
kind of a weird thing to do.
9.
Sorry, Ashley, I wasn't meaning.
I
9 total.
yeah, 9 total.
So 18. Or
How would I roll a 9 with a D8? Like without my bonuses.
I don't know.
So yeah, David.
That's a
9
DM
total.
who's not paying attention.
I'm doing a lot right now. Roll these, please. 76. I think we roll like 76 nearly every time.
I remember it.
Okay.
I always.
Something bad
The
happened
target
to me.
is knocked prone.
Yes.
So she grabs his arm and just rips him down to the ground. In his great strength, she also just like you see her just get up as a bear, grab his arm and just
I'm a
rip
bear.
him down to the ground.
I don't think I'm ever
I
gonna
don't
become.
think this Minotaur's gonna get a hit off before you guys
No,
maul it.
I'm kidding.
So, remind
Oh,
me
poor
in
thing.
5th edition, because I play this a lot in Pathfinder, when someone is prone, from ranged attacks, they
Disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Correct.
So, I would have disadvantage against him because he has added cover.
Yes.
But
If you-
melee
melee
attacks
is
get advantage.
Correct.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you, everyone who's joining. This is the most we've had on in a long time. So, thank you. Good to have you.
Love you too. Yokoba.
Yeah, and we're gonna start doing some
Pro-Kuban.
some funny little NPC things too. So if you guys want to start throwing in fun NPCs, I will possibly and most likely use them, as long as they're not over the top, too over the top. Like a gnome with a claw hand.
Right?
I was gonna say what constitutes too over the top.
It's D&D. There's not much. All right.
And it's
It's
you.
made up.
It is. Your turn.
It's my turn. Well, he's prone.
Gosh, this poor Minotaur.
So I am going to cast Hex on him.
Ooh.
There's no saving throw on that one. So, and he's going to have disadvantage on an ability. I don't know what his abilities are, so let's make it random. It's supposed to be one of choice.
Okay. Well, there.
Does that
are-
sound fair?
No,
Or do you want
I'm
to read his
gonna-
abilities
I'm
off to me?
I'm gonna roll a d6
Because I don't really know, so
I'm gonna
just
roll
random.
a d6 and I'm gonna pick which one.
Okay.
He is no longer good at wisdom.
Okay. Okay.
Was he ever good at wisdom?
Hey, this is a very intelligent guy. You never talked to him. You just attacked him.
And then I am going to
he
move
ate the
in.
horse.
So that-
Actually,
That being my bonus action, I'm going to move in and use my charnel touch on him. Yes.
Is that-
mhm.
You said charnel?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
that's what it says.
So he
I just thought carnal. I was like,
That's a very, very different discussion.
very
I'm going to use
different.
my carnal touch. So
From now on, I'm only going to picture Halliston with carnal touch.
It's basically George Michael playing in the background. All right, but we three are all recovering. So if we cough, we're sorry.
he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
He is making one. He rolled 19
Jeez.
twice for
It's
both of your
ridiculous.
saves.
That is ridiculous.
So he beat that. I'm sorry. Can you give him a break though? I mean, he is getting the crap kicked out of him.
Okay, so he takes half of that, so what, a 2, and then he also takes. So he takes 8 damage
Sweet.
because of the hex.
What kind of damage?
Necrotic.
So is it a touch?
Yes.
So you come up and he's on the ground and he's being ripped apart partially, and you come up and just like grab him, where like on his foot or his leg or like.
Whatever's closest to
Okay,
me.
well you're kind of which
I'm-
side? It's going to make a difference in the future. So which side?
His leg. I'm grabbing
Okay,
his leg.
so
yeah.
you go around the back and you kind of grab onto where his hoof is, and just you send this like energy through him, and it just you see him just like twitch and freak out for a second. It is now Key's turn.
Key. All right, I'm going to grab another arrow.
Why are we fighting it? We want our horses back?
Yeah,
we
We
have
took our horses.
we did, yeah,
They were waiting for us?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
and we were very very late
Oh.
getting back.
And the
Player knowledge
worthless
knows why,
guards.
but characters don't know why
Yeah.
yet. So
Druid, sorcerer, fighter, rogue. So I got
Yeah.
where you see ranger. So and warlock very
yeah,
similar.
not a ranger, just at this point a ranged fighter.
Yeah.
Yep, because 5th edition.
Good
has
guess,
a-
though. Seriously, it was
Yeah,
both of
very
them were
close.
very close on both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't say that when we described our.
I did.
characters. Oh, I didn't. Well,
I don't
you're
think-
the only good one.
I don't think he was here when we did that.
Yeah, well,
He could have been. Who knows?
I didn't. I just thought I was a dragonborn.
yeah.
Okay.
So
So
not the Fus or Da type.
Okay, so I am
Huh?
going to.
Skyrim? Okay.
I'm going to
I
spend.
didn't give
Let's
it
see,
all
the superiority
Spend
dice.
so much.
Okay,
that. Probably
it's a
shouldn't
D8.
be our party
Okay.
banker anymore, though.
So, I am going to loose an arrow at disadvantage because he is still prone, correct? Okay.
It is disadvantage, correct, sir?
Which is still a. This is going to be funny, but it's still a 22 with disadvantage.
Wow, crazy good. Good
Um,
for you.
and
Good for
so-
you. Bad for everything that I ever did for you guys.
And so with that, I'm actually going to use my, what is it? My combat maneuver, goading attack. So I'm going to spend a superiority dice of a 6. So when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 superiority die to attempt to goad the target into attacking you. You add the superiority die to the attack's damage roll. So that 6 is part of my damage roll.
Yes.
And
Familiar
the
with
target
that one.
must
Good one.
make a wisdom saving throw. On
Oh
a
boy.
failed save, the target has disadvantage on all
you're
attack
using, like,
rolls
friend
against
tactics.
targets
And
other
he
than me.
He has disadvantage on the ability save
Yep.
throw too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if he fails, so right now it's a DC of 14.
It's a natural one.
Okay, so
You
with
guys
that,
are rolling great. good job, everyone.
It's about time.
You're
You
gonna
like always
Just
roll really
destroy
bad.
my guy in like 10 seconds.
so with that, I'm gonna roll another
He's just like,
for damage. That's
Now I'm
7
thinking,
plus 6.
what if it's
what was
the
he friendly
victim?
with? I'm hiding from you.
13 points of damage on that.
Maybe something else is
And
framing
he has, and
That's what I do in
We're
my game.
blowing all of our spells on this little cow, and it's
oh, I'm not. I'm just using 1 superiority. Anyway, I'm also so not only does he take that damage, he has disadvantage on any attack other than me.
Well, he's on the ground, so he's already having one heck of a time. But yes, excellent. It actually is his turn, and so he's going to stand up, which he's half it now. But he is going to make an attack because he's ripping his arm off,
Yeah,
and so he's
So he has a
gonna,
disadvantage against you.
yes, a 6 and an 8. I'm going to add the modifiers and see if he does anything. 6, so is his 6 plus 4. Does a 10 hit you?
No. I'm an 11.
So
That's my
he
natural
stands
armor.
up and he's bleeding and he's just got all sorts of stuff going on. He takes an axe swing at you and you just bear dodge it.
Like this.
Maybe it's the victim frantically writing tragic backstory.
Oh,
Oh man, I love your guys' comments. Probably true.
I'm
Did
wondering.
you know I love The Witcher and monsters are almost as equally good as the people or worse? So, just saying.
which?
I'm not saying which. Her. Anyway,
Yay! I'm so glad we made the same joke.
so
I'm
now. Anyway, he made his turn. Unfortunately,
Dad jokes.
proud. Mhm.
Nerdy dad jokes.
David, are you and I secretly just like soulmates?
We're like the same person.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just like a darker version of you. I'm Dark Mark. Anyway,
Dark
Darky Mark. All right, we're gonna stop there. Let's get on to the next person in line, who is
Me? No.
It's
Doric.
I was gonna say
Doric.
Dorkin because I couldn't remember.
So
Is that what you guys called it? Okay.
Doric makes the full tilt run with a great sword and hits him right in the back as he's attacking you. You rolled an 18.
oh boy.
Yeah.
Now I'm really feeling bad for this thing.
I don't.
It is.
Is
It's
this
stole
because
our
I'm a
horses.
druid that I feel bad for it?
Maybe
Okay.
We'll find out. Watch,
11.
watch as we kill it and its family comes walking out of the cave.
I'm cruel, but I don't know yet. We'll see.
Father.
Just kidding. I already have a plan.
Then I will throw myself off the cliff.
Okay. Short game.
Just
Guys.
so you know if that happens.
All right.
He does
I'll find a clip
14,
somewhere and throw
14
myself
total
off there.
damage to it.
Oh,
Just
man.
comes up and
Wow, good job,
just
Dorkin.
smacks it in the back.
Wait, what's his name?
His name's Doris.
Okay.
Dorkin is the name that these have all the like
I'm
Shrek.
sorry. I don't
You
know.
guys are embarrassing this guy. It's true. It's full on slaughter mode right now. He has yet to hit someone.
Yeah,
These
it's true.
things are.
He's a minotaur,
It's true.
and these are
I'm gonna
what are you
take
level
I'm gonna take
3?
another one.
I'm just feeling really bad now.
Okay. It is actually. Oh,
We're good. We're still going.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
sure?
that's
Yeah, I just checked it because I noticed that.
Yeah.
We're
Look
still
right
going.
here, David. Still running.
I'm a little nervous because if it dies, could you check if it's going up there?
Mark's eating
gonna,
his cookie.
that's gonna be the true key.
Yeah, we're still moving.
I don't know why.
Go like this.
All right. I don't know what that. Okay. Anyway, we're back.
Just
Sorry.
want to make sure I wasn't
Just want to make
frozen.
sure. Yeah, we are destroying him. Unfortunately. All right, Sue. Who's next? I am lost. You.
Or
Yeah.
was it the he missed?
No, he missed. It was actually
All
his turn. to hit him.
right. So he's up now.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
up, but I don't know how much longer.
I don't know.
Finisher.
I feel bad.
Because we humanized him.
I know it was your guys' fault for saying it.
I know. And now all I can think about is his family coming out of the cave.
He's bipedal. He's already humanized.
Okay, I'm just gonna do another
He's like a
multi-attack
Mr.
because
Tumnus.
why not? Why would you just do a bite or the claw thing if you could do both?
You can't.
The claw.
Because you couldn't. It's an action. You're like moving your head. You wouldn't be moving it twice. I guess you could. I've seen my cat do it.
No, I'm saying like why would anyone pick to
R.I.P.
just do the bite or just do the claws?
You could probably use the action to do something else, right? You could do one action for one thing and use the second.
I only have one action, but with multi-attack I
Takes
have.
You
your
have
bonus
to-
action, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to commit when you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
All right, roll twice and tell
I'm
me
gonna
how
bite
bad you-
first because that worked the
Yeah, of
last
course.
time.
Just do it. I'm literally messing with you. Just do
I
what you
hate
do.
you.
Daddy.
What's that? 17, and then
That was the why.
17, and then 15.
Those are both hits.
Yes.
Wow.
You guys. You never do this well. I'm like,
I'm missing everything, so.
well, I mean, no,
Okay.
No, you got him
and
with the
then,
hex.
It's true.
in
But
that,
you can't miss.
Didn't
with
have to
the
roll
hex.
for X.
5 for the bite, and then
Don't you have to roll a touch?
I
Or
did.
A touch attack?
I
Yeah.
did. No. He
11
had to
for
roll.
the claws.
He was
How
successful,
do
so he
you
took
want
half.
to do this?
I'm gonna rip off.
You guys
its-
literally killed it without hitting once.
Nice.
I'm gonna rip off its arm
Should've
and
been
then
2 minotaurs.
stab him in the heart with my claw.
Gosh.
Wow.
I'm a bear.
You're a dark druid.
She's a
I'm a
dark
bear.
All right, so she does.
Brown bear.
So it takes another
Brown
swing
bear.
at her. She grabs the same arm that it was ripping, she was already ripping at, and you see her just push against its chest as the claws sink
David,
in
I
and just
swear, if there's a
rip
family of
the arm clean off.
I'm going.
And the Minotaur falls backward, its arm severed with its axe still in its
beating it
hand,
with its own arm.
and
I
it
get up.
just stumbles backwards and just starts falling into the trees, and you just hear this loud thud as it's just crashing against branches, and gore just fall on the
Oh,
ground.
there's a hill.
Well,
Is it
yeah,
down a hill?
beneath it, yeah, and it's kind
Oh.
of stumbling and falling down.
Oh.
And thus ends the Minotaur. Out come its wife and child. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna
I'm just
punch
kidding.
you.
I pull out my staples. That was
All-
easy button.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
And it wasn't supposed to be, so here we go. All right, it was not easy. They just got lucky.
That's very true.
Uses his turn to cry. Plays Final Fantasy victory thing. Yeah, good job. Good job for doing that for us.
Yeah, because that's how I was imagining
Yeah.
the whole fight, and I'm like,
Okay, this was
We're
insane. It's dead, and you're all just standing there, just like, okay, it's gone. But the cave is still.
can
sitting
I
there.
can I do a perception check to see if there's like anything else that's
Yeah,
threatening?
go ahead.
Okay.
I like this fast pace.
Okay, I get an advantage.
You sure do.
Oh,
Bear advantage. She has
Barely.
good smell. She can-
11. Then I rolled a
You don't
natural
see any
one.
other enemies. You don't see anything else other than what you've already seen in the area. You rolled much higher earlier, so nothing new.
Can I?
So I'm going to. Can I de-transform?
Yes,
Okay.
you have one more shapeshift today.
Okay. So I'm no longer a bear.
She just starts to like
swear if
weirdly
there's
shift,
another
and like
one-
her cloak covers her. That was her bear fur, and then she comes up as her druid self.
While she's transforming back, can I scan the area for our horses?
Yes. And Doric's just shaking, and he's just got blood on his sword, and he's just kind of looking around. He's like, "What, guys? That was something, was it?
I come up to her and I
Did you
say,
see what I did? I
"Good
got him."
job."
Yeah, I mean, I was scared. I bit wet myself a bit, but you know, he's
Weed a bit.
just a little bit. But hey, we got him, man.
But you are a man of action.
Thank you. You're a good bear.
I am still in the bush, but
You never left the bush.
no,
That's true. You did.
it is. I got you. Can you give me?
Archers, man.
For 1,000 points.
I rolled a perception for an 18 in search of our horses to
Great.
see if I can spot them.
As you did, I'm gonna have it be more survival, but yeah,
Oh.
perception wise,
It's
you-
the same. It's the
Yeah,
exact same
yeah,
score
that's what
for
I mean.
Perception.
because I know that score. I was looking at your sheet.
Yeah.
So that you kind of notice the hoof prints.
Mhm.
You see where the Minotaur had definitely killed. You're kind of like reimagining this,
Yeah.
piecing it together as
Tracking.
you're going.
And are we sure that he killed the horse?
It looks for sure.
If not, it's baby.
It looks for sure because inspecting it, you can see around it are the Minotaur hoofs and some of its like handprints and just like anyway, he killed it. And you do see that there's quite a few other footprints, smaller, that are leading the horses into the cave. That's what you see.
I'll kind of come down. I'll kind of sneak down. Not like sneak, but I'll kind of quietly, not stomping through the bush, come down and who's the closest one to the bush as I walk out?
The closest one to the bush as you walk out, probably
Between these two and Dorkin,
probably him.
Alston.
They're all pretty close, but he
What's
would be
his
the
name?
closest.
It's
Doric?
Alston.
Doric.
Okay, I want to.
D-O-R-I-K.
I want to say that right because I don't want to call him Dorkin.
One like equals one cry for Minotaur family. You guys, it's gonna be like this vigil in the
Yeah.
chat for the Minotaur.
Oh,
We're about to run into
Destroy-
a mini
don't
Minotaur.
guys, don't.
Oh no.
No, we're. I'm gonna lean.
Well, and then he's like the smaller pair of.
Pick up the bush and use it as camouflage. It's just like moving along. Classic.
Yeah. Are we playing D&D or Looney Tunes here?
It's a bit of that fight
I
with
know.
Looney Tunes.
It was. It was all over.
Where's the
I'm gonna
handle?
lean down to Alston as I walk out of the bush and say, I can see the tracks of the horses being led down further into the cave. There may be another, or we may encounter something else in there.
Do you suppose this beast had a master?
A master or a child.
Why?
Either way, let's
Why
kill
do
it.
you hate us so much? Why would you do that?
Papa, oh no!
Where this went, no joke for me, was to the Star Wars Christmas special.
Oh gosh, please no.
That's where I went.
No, you're
It's
thinking
my brain.
Lumpy.
Yeah,
the
that's where my
little
brain went.
Ewok, Chewbacca's child.
Yep, that's where
Lumpy
my brain
was its
immediately
name,
went.
by the way. Anyway, that is brutal. Let's. That's not what happened. Anyway, you tell him about this, and that's what we have. That's what really happened. I love chat right now. All right.
Good.
Well, let's investigate.
Perhaps we can head down farther into the cave. We need to find these horses.
Door turns out. So you saw that it went that way.
Do you see these tracks? They're leading straight down.
You see him
Would
look
you-
around. He's like, "Yeah, it's where those are."
Would you care to lead the way?
Well, I'm more of a, behind the scenes guy. I just got him the back. I know it's not honorable, but I'm alive today, so.
Great, I'll lead the way.
Right, I'll be right behind you. And so both of them start walking towards it. What are you doing?
I take out my whips. They're
Nice.
on my side.
I
Actually.
was like, whips off the back. She has 2 whips, by
Yeah.
the way. It's pretty
They're
rad.
pretty cool.
And they have like
And-
thorns. I'm not thorns.
Wow.
They have
I just watched
bows
that
and-
playback on live. That
That
was
would be-
very effeminate of what I just did. Was I was copying what you were doing.
Well, I am a
All
girl.
right.
So.
So anyway, so he goes down first. He starts walking into the cave, and what you see is surprising. You do see more hoof prints, and you actually see a giant wooden door. It's a very large wooden door, and it's very ornate. And judging right off the bat, you recognize it to be Elvish, but it's like old.
Mm.
And it's been like hacked at, but there's like runes and writing on it.
Is this a labyrinth?
What? No.
Really?
You remind me of the Babe.
No.
It's a labyrinth.
Just David Bowie and those.
How big's the
heights.
door?
Oh, that's my character. I'm David Bowie. in
For
this.
you, it's humongous.
I can tell size. Just tell
Okay,
me.
it's about 8 feet tall
Okay.
and maybe about 6 feet wide.
Is
How
there
tall are
writing
you?
on the door or anything?
Yeah,
I'm about 3.5 feet tall.
it's been pretty
Oh.
hacked at though, but there
Might I
is some
read it?
there is some legible words, but it's old,
Is it just going
ancient,
across the top, or is it like
kind of. It's not like Tolkien door, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
all the way
it's
around?
it's got some. It's not even just writing, Elvish writing. It's old, ancient Elvish runes, which was the way they used to write a long time ago. Roll a history check,
pre-modern Elvish script?
essentially.
Ooh, not well. 8.
8 total.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the only word that you're able to make out is a word that you used to read in storybooks. It's a ladrin.
And I'll as I read that, I'll say it out loud.
Does that ring any bells for any of us?
Well, it should as players, but as you two anyway. So I want you to roll a history check, both of you. See if you Dork.
Is that the... Okay.
History?
Yes.
18.
Okay. What'd you get? 8. Okay. So
I never rolled this good, guys. I'm like
so you kind of just
on history
step
checks.
back and say Eladrin, and then you look at them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you do, Eladrin rings a bell.
Mhm.
So you were once part of some people that knew different people.
Mm.
And there was an elf that was talking one time, and I'm not even gonna go into that. So, but like you knew an elf that used to tell stories. He was just a talkative elf. He just talked and talked and talked, and everyone hated him. But he
He
told
liked to
stories and made things interesting on voyages. So one day he was telling a story about this elf who had like overthrown this Yuan-Ti empire about 70 years ago, and she was this Eladrin agent who had killed people
How long ago?
70 years ago.
Oh.
And it was just
Probably
this
still
it was this huge upset. No one expected this Yuan-Ti group to overthrow this whole empire and then them to come in and take them out. It was just this big huge thing. But Eladrin were some kind of secret society, and they had
They were like kind of like secret police type.
yeah,
thing,
it's
right?
like the Illuminati if the
Like-
Illuminati were useful.
I kind of still imagine like more like the CIA or
Yeah,
or
well, they
something.
basically embed
Underground.
themselves into different cities to make sure things go well. That big powers don't arise that are evil, so it doesn't upset the status
Well, and
quo.
I when I was a Lara, I overthrew the Eladrin,
Yes.
right? That was why I did at the end.
My notes. Oh gosh, yeah, that's who he's talking about.
Okay, I know. So I tell them this, what I remember. So
When I was a Lara.
in my
In my
past life. No, I tell them what I heard from this talkative, annoying elf. And I say, oh, I know that word. I think that's what this is. Do they still exist?
You don't know.
I
Other
wonder
than that,
why there's a door in the middle of this weird place.
But clearly, this place has been a long time old,
Okay.
but
A long time old.
a long time old. It's a long time left or destroyed or taken over, and it's been attacked and beaten up many times.
Dilapidated.
Like the runes themselves have been scratched in like a dishonorable way, just kind of like this is our house, not yours.
Does it what does it look like axe marks? Oh, okay.
Yep.
Can I go up and check to see if the door is locked?
Guys, there's willful teenagers in here. Let's go get them.
I mean, you guys have already killed a poor minotaur. Gotta close this book.
Alright.
Kill everything.
Would that be a dexterity check on that? Sleight of hand?
Right.
No, to see if the door's locked or...
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I would say so. If you're just trying to check the lock itself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just?
I mean, I can, but I was just checking it to see if it's locked or traps or anything like that, really.
Yeah. So as you're looking at it, would you roll?
I rolled with my dexterity a 21.
Oh goodness. All right. So it doesn't seem like it's locked so much as there was like something put there to like keep it shut, and you just easily slip a knife in and just lift it and pull it open.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like a little metal bar through it, but it's just been beat up so bad over time, you were able to fish it in there and just
Okay.
knock it out. And you were able to open the door. I mean, it's like this thick too, so I mean,
Yeah.
it's pushing against the sand as you're opening it.
Okay. And the the hoof prints definitely go through that
Definitely.
door.
There's nowhere else they could have gone.
Okay.
So what are the chances that our horses are still alive?
I don't give it high chances.
One of them's dead.
I can guarantee you not all of them are.
Well, maybe they
So-
saved it. Maybe they cauterized the wound.
Look back there, it's right there. Does it look
Oh.
alive to you?
So should
He's small,
we
he didn't see the rest of it.
should we enter whatever this is, or should we just go?
Well, I don't plan on walking, so I would like a horse.
And Doric pipes up, he's like, Roy, that's a good point. But if we do get them, then we don't get a duck from pay, so it's something.
And then it doesn't come back to you.
That is true, yes.
Docked
Well, I
from
mean-
your pay or from our pay?
Oh, his pay.
Oh, because
Not
I'm like,
our
we
pay.
didn't lose the horses.
Yeah, that was all Dorcas.
was
Oh, we
all-
don't just do it for me, but it would help me a great deal.
How many horses were there?
There were 6.
A lot.
Right, and they're imperial horses at that, so
We only need 3.
Yeah. 3?
the dog looks down at you just like, well, I could say, yeah, I suppose.
But wait, don't we have what's his name?
I'm
Nels.
totally gonna write up Jackie Stoutheart as a character in another campaign.
Nels
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Bailey
Totally
and
gonna
Didas.
Next character.
Bailiff.
Huh?
We have
Bailiff.
Nels and Bailiff and Didas, right?
Yep, they're all back at the. they're
Why
all
did
back
they
at the town.
come?
Because they're protecting
Cowards.
Nels.
And Nels is a big chicken.
Eh.
Because he's like Gilderoy Lockhart.
Gallard.
I killed the Minotaur by myself. No damage.
yeah.
And the child. Alright, so you start
What's
going
behind the door?
behind the door.
Door number
Door
one.
number one.
Roll. That's a good way to think of it. Roll perception on the room, those that are going in. Everyone
perceive.
groans.
I perceive.
How well do you perceive?
I perceive mildly well, a 19.
Alright.
I
that's
perceive most
I would
things,
say
probably not all. Most things that are perceived.
most things. Yes. You
Elves.
see every yeah,
Except
seriously.
for the secret
I-
demon in the ceiling.
I do also have dark vision, so I don't know if it's lit
Well,
in
with
there or
David's
dark, but I'm
campaigns,
assuming
there's
you're going to
be a
tell us,
demon in the
and I
ceiling
look forward.
somewhere.
That we didn't know about until
A
7
vampire.
episodes later.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about
It's
it.
been following us from like the very beginning.
No,
It,
that
like,
was the last campaign. I don't
it's
do
like
the same
hiding
thing
in
twice.
like a bag or something.
It is the bag.
Okay, as you walk in, you see a dead farmer. Very clearly a farmer because it's just everything about him screams farmer.
Is he holding his
His
pitchfork?
straw hat.
Yeah, he's,
How-
overall.
he's got like that like cap that's just like that leather cap,
How-
like
how-
peasant hat.
How long
And
has
his
he been
hands
dead?
Looks pretty recent.
He doesn't stink.
Maybe
He
the
does have a
Minotaur-
brand on his cheek though.
Maybe the Minotaur killed
Do
him.
we know what that brand means?
I don't know. Roll perception.
Or
you
history?
Oh, that's what I meant. I actually meant history. I don't know why I said percent. It's because
I
that's
mean,
what
I'm okay
everything
rolling
rolls.
perception because that's
Yeah,
higher
I'm
than
struggling with
You're
history.
like, I don't recognize that at all.
20!
total?
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you
I actually want to know if there's religious context, but there's just a one, so.
You think
I wanted
that
to know.
you're pretty sure it's religious.
Okay.
You're like, yeah, that looks like something. You're like, well, here's the thing. You know it to be, it's a sort of gang symbol, but on the high seas. It's from the Fang-Toothed tribe, and they are an orc tribe of slavers and pirates. They actually have a floating, like a flotilla, like a place that's on the middle of the ocean. That's like.
And I don't like them.
Oh no,
I hate
they
that.
are pretty awful.
So this
pirates
farmer he's not one of them. He's one of their slaves.
Yeah, he looks like he was trying to escape, and they cut him down.
I'm going to thoroughly check his body for all the wounds.
Okay, so you go full Sherlock mode on him. Go ahead and roll investigation.
Be sure to check for moisture under his collar.
He's doing that,
You can see he was a ladies' man.
while he's
17.
doing that, I want to do also a look and see if I can find any more like evidence of this tribe.
Okay.
In this area.
All right, so with your 17, you lift him up and you kind of just start inspecting his arms. He looks like he died within 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
His blood has...
Here?
Yes.
In this place.
His blood are all around him. And you see that his, like, as you kind of slit one of his wrists to just check, it looks like it's very coagulated already. It's quite a bit.
Well, what kind of, like, was he, like, stabbed with something? Or like,
He definitely was.
I want to know,
he
like,
was ran through. It looks like a broadsword.
just
from-
one.
It's just a clean
blow?
cut, like right through the back, and then just
Ooh.
exit.
Okay.
The guy died where he's like laid. You can see he kind of scratched a little bit in the sand, but not much of anything. But you can tell he was left-handed.
Okay, I rolled
Come up.
on perception. I rolled 22.
The orcs are killing all the left-handed people in the country.
It's a conspiracy. You're like,
Are you left-handed?
No,
Oh.
my claw's on my left, so.
So I'm looking
Are
for.
you feeling left out?
and
Was that the right
the front of
joke?
the knife.
I was looking. I'm looking for like evidence
You
of
smell
this.
Axe deodorant on his neck.
That's how you know he's a party boy.
Of this tribe in this area.
They're not in this area. In fact, you know them to be very nomadic.
I know, but I'm looking at like evidence because why is there one of these? Why was
This looks like it could be a possible den of sorts.
okay? So can I rolled a 22. What do I see in this place?
In this place, you see the whole place kind of slopes down just a little bit. The sand that from the outside kind of fills in a bit. But then you notice this place is very elven make. It's very beautiful. But other than it's just very run down and looks like it's had a few occupants in the 1,000 years or so.
And it's like, is it like a big like cavern?
No, this
like-
is a room, and actually it has sconces on the wall that are dimly lit right now. It's about 20 feet apart.
So
each
does
one.
it look like it was like
Is it like-
carved, like out of like this hill or
Yes.
mountain? Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
not built.
It
but
was
carved.
definitely carved. It was
Okay.
kind of a hidden stash of sorts, but from what you
Can I
can
see
tell,
any like stuff around?
Mhm.
Like
yeah. So
barrels
you
and
see
crates?
that this has a bit of a larder on the corner, like on the side where they keep some of their meats or goods for eating, kind of rotten as it goes. But everything in this room, there's a big fountain in the front. There looked like an elven lady that was on there, but she's been destroyed, just like wrecked, just everything
Like a
on it,
statue?
just totally ripped off. It looks like it was probably gilded, like it looked like it had fine metals on there based off the inlay on the sides where they couldn't quite chip off the copper or whatever it was that they used to make it.
okay.
But the fountain does have water in it, and it looks very nice. It's not like all mucky.
Can I
Is
roll?
it still like running the fountain?
A bit. It looks like a natural fountain.
Can I roll a survival to track which direction the horses would have gone, or is that quite obvious?
No, it's not terribly obvious.
Okay.
You can definitely roll for that.
Do I know that this tribe is really dangerous?
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Very dangerous.
You've
and, like,
come across them probably before.
Okay, so I'm going to tell them. What was it called?
Fang.
Tooth.
It's very like, just the name, like, oh, what are we?
So
Oh,
this is
fang
the
tooth.
Fang-Tooth Then I point to the brand. I say, "This is the symbol of the Fang-Tooth tribe."
And actually, it's on a couple of the barrels carved in.
Yeah.
And just like you can
Then
tell
that's
they
what I
were
was
stolen.
looking for. I was looking for that.
Yeah, they were
symbol
like
back.
stolen, so they're just kind of like
They are half orcs.
some of them,
Okay, but like majority.
mostly full orc.
Okay, majority orc and half orc.
Orcish tribe.
Yeah. You know
they're
that there's other ones that join them, but
notorious
it's typically
slavers and pirates, and they're very dangerous. This seems to be one of
However,
their hideouts.
you're unfamiliar
storage.
with the fact that they're on land because they don't have bases on land.
Yeah.
So this could be something big.
Yes.
It definitely stands out with that high of a roll.
Okay, so I say that they're
When I mean
normally
big, it's not
because they usually live on their floating.
yeah,
thing.
ships that they steal or they
Whatever
have a land.
It's called
It's like an actual island made of like wood that they control.
kind of like an Moana, with the little.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, along that line.
Okay. Okay.
They
So I tell
traded
them,
an Old
and I
Spice.
say we need to.
Traded in Old Spice.
We need to tread very carefully here. Be very quiet.
Do you believe they're here
Cupcake.
in this cave?
Hats off to you.
Well, if this is a slave, and it seems he was fleeing and was run through because of that, and if he hasn't been dead for long, so they're probably still here. Somebody.
Is our horses?
Are these
close?
orcs known to employ minotaurs?
Well, they do whatever. From what I know, they do whatever it takes to.
Did the
the
minotaur have the
best.
mark?
We didn't get a
No,
chance to examine the
didn't look.
Minotaur.
No one looked.
It fell back into the woods and down the hill, right?
Not totally down the hill, just kind of
Oh.
against some trees. and it was
Dorkin.
falling
I mean
over.
Doric. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
love it. I love it so
I looked.
much.
It's
He's like-
Doric.
He's probably gonna come with us the whole campaign. He's like, yeah, yes, milady.
I think you should go out and check the Minotaur's body and see if you can find this symbol on it, and then come back and tell us. It's
You're
dead.
not gonna like leave me here, are you?
No,
Okay.
it's dead. I believe me, it's dead.
Okay.
So just go.
He goes
And come back
kind of
quickly.
running out, and he's kind of clinking as he goes. He's not wearing like plate.
We
but
should
just,
bar
like,
the door
half
behind
plate.
him.
So he goes running off. In the meantime, what are you guys doing?
I'm tracking.
You were tracking.
Mhm.
You can see there are
21
two doors.
total.
There are two doors. One kind of in front of you. To the left of you is the larder where it's the fountain's in front of you. To the left is kind of this. It kind of juts in a little bit where they have some barrels of stuff. It looks all rotten and destroyed. It's there.
It
Anyway.
looks like supplies. It doesn't look like.
Yeah. To the
Treasure.
right, there's definitely drag marks. People have probably grabbed the side of the wall as they've been dragged in there. You see there's hoof prints for sure. And then there's another door that goes there's kind of an immediate right, and then there's kind of a straight left.
So is it like a hallway, or like it's just a room with
It's a room.
doors?
It's a room with doors.
Okay.
This room is about 60 feet by 30 feet. So 60 feet wide, about 30 feet.
Okay.
All kind.
When I
And
mean wide, I
which
mean long.
which door does it look like all the horse?
Looks like to the right.
Mhm. I'll kind of point that out and say you can. I'll point out what I saw. You know that
Yeah.
this could have been more prisoners being drugged down in. Did this look like a homestead where this obvious farmer, was living? And then
No, definitely not.
it was clear up here. I felt it as you pulled it up.
A
What is it?
woman's
It's one of my
hair.
wife's hairs. And it's been in there a while.
I find them all the
He's
time.
just like
on me.
right down in the front of his face. It's bothering me.
I just wanted to.
At first I was like,
I
is it
bring
a
it-
spider web? This morning when I was teaching, this jumping spider jumped down onto my computer, and I was like, I'm teaching, and I'm like, I smash it with my whiteboard, and my
Smash it
student
with
was
a
like, what are
hammer.
you doing? And it's like jumping all over, and I was just trying to smash it. And then afterwards I was like, it's all over me, it's all over me. So it's like, I'm like, there's a spider web, there's spiders in my house. Oh,
There probably are spiders in your house, though.
probably tons of them.
That's all right.
No, we never have spiders. That's probably like the fourth spider we've had in like the 5 years
really?
we've lived
Wow.
here. That I've noticed.
Dork comes running back.
Dork.
He, I said Doric.
No, you didn't.
Dolkin.
Oh, I did.
Dolkin.
Listen to the tip. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway,
Roll
so
it
Doric
back. Roll
comes
it back.
running back, and he's huffing and puffing. He's got his sword back in.
And I go like this. Shh.
Sorry, I had to run real fast. I'm sorry. So, I got this. And he holds out he's got a necklace like,
Right,
and it's like of a bull head.
Oh, was it given to him by his son?
Shut up. Shut up, Mark. Shut up.
He's like, well, I don't know if there
Whose
was
idea was it? Was it you?
but it looks like it's
I'm not
made out
pointing
of
at him.
amethyst.
Huh?
Amethyst. Amethyst.
Oh,
The thing, the yellow thing, the stuff that's. Anyway, it's probably expensive. You can probably.
Wait, wait, wait.
Stone.
Did you find anything that looked like this symbol?
Yeah, on his back, there was a
Okay.
bit of a painting on its back. I had to really push him, but I see it.
Good work, Dork. Good
Good.
work.
Okay,
He actually
so
rolled
it
really well
seems
for us.
like the fang tooth are fang teeth are
They're not very
employing
intelligent. Thank you.
minotaur,
Probably fang teeth.
minotaurs, minotaur,
Mini minotaurs.
minotaur. I'm like trying.
Many.
Anyway,
There's a song about
This
that
is not
somewhere,
good.
buried deep in the internet.
Okay.
Anyway, so he's a little bit nervous, and he's just like, "Well, if we're just here to get the horses, perhaps we just get the horses and go."
Yep, there's that direction. Do you want to go down? You can see the door to the right.
Yeah, absolutely. So he starts walking forward. He pulls out the sword anyway.
And I go like
It's
this.
by Tobuscus. Yep, it definitely is.
Wait,
Yeah.
I used to watch him back in the day.
Or
we
me too.
probably should
Before
check
stuff
for
happened.
traps. Who's good at that?
It's a good plan.
Are you a rogue?
Dork is about to open the door. Whoa!
What are you again?
What is it?
A fighter. Okay.
I do good. I do well with investigation. I'm gonna check for traps.
Okay.
Good call.
Okay.
I'm gonna
And you're
look.
closer to the ground, so you can probably
15.
see them better.
Well
You
done.
do not see any traps at all. In fact, this door is barely hanging on as is. But there's no.
Like the big door?
No. The door that looks like it was
That
a little
was-
bit wider, but it looks like there's absolutely no way there's traps could be there, unless it was very skillfully hidden.
Whoever uses this is not concerned with intruders, or whoever
Very
used it most
astute.
recently.
That seems correct, I guess.
What? Should we go in?
Yes.
I will go first.
I'm trying to decide if Doric is going to die, or if we should just leave him out here, or if we're gonna if he's gonna be more of
Sacrifice
a.
him.
Inadvertently kill him.
He was very good with the.
He lost our horses. He's coming with us. That's out of character.
Okay.
He lost.
Okay.
He's
He lost them. He's
All right.
responsible.
All right.
We brought him with us because he's getting.
just
the
What
don't
is
want him to
marching
be-
order? Who's going in
I
first?
just don't want him to be
You're going in first.
more of a problem than a help. You know, like
Oh, he did a great job with that
Yeah, you did
minotaur.
really
and
well for an NPC.
Sacrifice him. We may come
We'll
to
just
that. It's these
Toss
guys.
him
He
in.
did do very well, but that was like luck.
We are
We all
playing
did very
we
well.
are playing a prequel to a pirate campaign, so
Yeah.
who knows what's going to happen with
Yeah,
these
we
guys?
could all become pirates.
very
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it with our little tiny boats.
I've already got the claw hand. I don't
Wait,
need
wait.
a hook.
I've got a good pirate joke as a quick introduction.
I accept.
What's a pirate's favorite letter?
I'm assuming it's not obvious.
You'd think it would be R, but his first love be the C.
That's like the
Hurrah.
one of
Oh, word.
what would be a pirate's favorite sweater? Argyle. And then the fast food restaurant, Arby's. You'd think so, but it's actually Long John Silver's.
Love it.
Anyway, so back at it. So marching orders. He goes in first. Who's behind him?
I will go behind.
I'm last.
Okay, so and then Doric is right in front of you. So as you open the door, you smell before you see or hear anything. You smell like this something being cooked, but it's kind of like a thick smell.
Can we
That's really thick.
stealth? Is it too late?
I can. Whether you can is a whole nother.
Well, I'm saying, like, is it too late? You opened the door, but we didn't.
You
there was
didn't
a
say you
leak.
opened it stealthily, but I'm not imagining you're kicking it in.
No, we're
But
not
you are
kicking
just
it.
opening it since you didn't say it.
Well, there's a problem with kicking in doors.
The only thing is that you immediately
consequence.
to your left. Let me see how this looks. To your
Not in my
left,
experience. That's the only way to do it.
You hear, you walk in and you take like one step in and you're just kind of looking around and you hear something going. You just kind of hear grating, but then you kind of look over and there's an ogre stirring a huge cauldron, just moving it like this. He's wearing an apron and everything.
Oh,
Can
cute.
So has he seen
And
us,
he's just dipping his
or
fingers.
can I
Does
get?
he have a chef's hat too? Please say he has a chef's hat.
It's on the table,
So
and it's like oversized.
so
It makes me
can I
so
get
happy.
a surprise attack in? Has he noticed us?
We'll see. He's just stirring this big cauldron, and it's just bubbling, and you don't see any horses. So that's kind of something.
That's bad. I'm gonna.
It's either good
And I
or
don't
bad.
see, and I don't see other people, which
No.
is also
No, but you see a table that's just strewn with cleavers and just implements
it
of
bloody?
butchery. It's bloody, but it doesn't look recent.
and this is
That's
a-
without
is-
perception.
So let me ask you
Did you
this.
say instruments of torture?
Let me
Butchery.
Oh, okay.
let me ask you this. Does
Looks like a mess hall too, by the way. It's not exactly.
Mess
It's pretty
hall?
long.
No. I
is
can't
this
see
is this
anything.
ogre? Is this a large creature or medium creature?
It is large.
When we went to the door that we saw the hoof prints, right?
Yeah, it's large. Yeah, that's where you went first.
They're eating our horses.
All right, let's leave.
And you start hearing him hum to himself. You're just kind of like humming some kind of weird, outlandish tune to himself.
Can I, in seeing this before everyone walks in behind me?
Did we walk into the room? I thought we were just opening up the door.
Yeah, well, I open the door and I'm peeking in, and this is what I'm observing.
Rubs hands together. Who's hungry? Horse meat's on the menu, baby. Please come every time. You're fantastic.
I don't. I'm totally torn of whether I want to try and reason with this.
You're gonna reason with the ogre?
That's what. Well, I'm not reason with, but try and figure out what's going on before we kill it. Who's right behind me?
Me.
You.
Mm-hmm.
I'll usher you forward. I'll usher you in and say, "Do we want to try and reason with him?" And I'll say that very quietly, a whisper.
I'm gonna have
down
you
to Alistair.
roll stealth on that whisper.
That is a 12.
Okay, I accept it.
Assuming that I would roll a dex on that, or whether would I roll
No,
a
he
charisma?
rolled a perception and he did not perceive you.
Okay.
Do I know if ogres speak common?
I would roll history on that one.
My history is plus 2, 12.
You don't think they speak common, but you've never encountered one, so it's possible. And he might have been trained, but very well,
Mm-hmm.
most likely he's just a forced cook type thing.
Okay.
Or he's doing it out of leisure. He seems pretty happy.
He's a cook.
You see him just humming and stirring.
All I'm thinking of is the Hobbit. When they encounter the
Cave troll.
no the ones before.
Oh.
The
Trolls.
very first
They're,
ones,
they're
yeah.
both they're all cave trolls, all
Yeah.
three of them.
Yep.
Trolls in this are much
So we
more
just have to bring it
terrifying
out into the
generating
light.
creatures.
We
And turn it into stone. There we go. Problem
may be able
solved.
to convince it to leave.
Up to you.
What can I turn into? Just wondering. Where's my book?
I'm going to knock an arrow and step in
Cool.
and have it drawn back, and I'm going to ready the action
You see this grating of the metal and
And-
this big wooden spoon.
with stepping into the room and having it drawn back. And if I am readying an action, if he makes an aggressive action towards me, it's being let go. But while I'm doing that, I want to take a second and perceive the room, see if I see anything else of note.
You see, well, roll perception, but it's pretty obvious on a few things.
Okay, that is an
Depending on your roll.
18 on perception.
Okay, so you see in the back of the room, there's 2 passed out hobgoblins that are like holding mugs that are just like face down on the table, but they're clearly alive.
Okay.
They're just drunk
Okay.
or sleeping it off. They have slept it off. You're not sure at what stage of drunkenness they're sleeping, but Swedish Chef's mutated cousin. Okay. Oh, that's priceless.
And
Just deeper and slower. That's great.
then I guess
Because they're killing all the coolest characters.
with that, I'm going to loose the arrow.
At
The
the-
Ogre.
At the ogre. Okay.
Mhm.
I want you to roll a advantage on your roll since it's your
Yep.
stealth.
And I'm gonna do a. Ooh.
You and your roguish
Hold on.
abilities too.
I'm,
I see loading. Are we having problems?
no,
playing
it's still
on
going
marks.
on.
All right, just making sure.
We're still having
Thumbs
problems
up if
with
you
our
guys are okay. If you can hear us, let us know. It looks like we're okay.
If you're okay.
Are you guys okay? Tell me honestly. Blink
Okay.
once.
I'm gonna use my.
Park twice if
No, I'm not gonna use my shadow arrow. I'm just gonna fire at it.
Okay, fair enough.
And with advantage, that is a 20. Around 20.
This is gonna be the same thing. All right, that's a hit.
Oh, so you're just attacking it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I just shot at him.
Oh. What happened to reasoning?
Arrows are his reasoning.
What's happening?
7 points of damage as that arrow is loose.
Did you like fling the door open?
No. He didn't
Did
know I
you
was there.
notice if there's other things in
Yeah,
there?
there. Are you asking?
Yes.
Would you like to ask Key that as he looses an arrow?
What are you doing? Is there something in there?
You have already rolled damage, so technically I have
Oh,
to
yeah.
say it's been done.
Well,
There.
that's fine.
No.
You
I'm not
are
taking
asking.
it back. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
I'm asking. I don't know what's happening. I can't see.
Look what's going on.
talking. Yeah, as I loose, there is a troll cooking and 2 passed out hobgoblins that are about
Oh.
to be dead.
Oh.
And then, and he just and like hits it like right in the right.
I'm like
underarm
feeling
of
like
this
all
thing.
sorts of like. I'm feeling so bad for all these creatures. I don't know why.
Okay.
I just pictured myself shooting a troll Swedish
Swedish
chef.
He turns around. He's got this big mustache and like
And now I'm
eyebrows
all
so
like, don't
thick
kill
against
it.
his eyes. Anyway,
It's just making food
so as you
from our horses.
as you do it, roar, and it turns towards you and roll for initiative.
All of us? Or just
Oh
them?
boy, I'm in
Anyone
there.
that wants to get involved in the Swedish chef fight.
Mwah.
I'm
That's
gonna
one of the
go
best
through the other
initiatives I've
door.
rolled.
Just
I
kidding.
don't
I'm
ever
just-
roll
I'm
good
just kidding.
initiatives.
Nice.
I rarely.
17! Guys, I rolled a 19 on initiative.
Nice.
I haven't done that since
Oh
Laura.
boy.
Since I had a +8.
All right, let me get these. You got 19,
Yeah.
and what did you get? Austin?
Oh, I got a 10.
I like
21.
never do that.
Nice. Your rolls, man.
Yes, magic dice.
Doric.
Kidding. Well, he's got 30, so he just chooses the
know.
best one of the night.
My red's doing pretty good tonight. I don't know how to do my blue though.
Cupcake. I just pictured shooting a troll Swedish chef. That's power you can't put a price on.
Man, seriously, you gotta join us for everything.
Man, I need a shirt of that, like an arrow flying towards a troll
You
Swedish
just
chef.
see him go,
Stop it! You're making me feel so bad. Killing all these
The
things.
troll is a Muppet. I just picture myself in the labyrinth with and I'm expecting David Bowie to pop out of the floor into song at any
I've
minute.
actually never seen that movie.
I think you have homework before next live stream.
David
And-
told me I don't need to see it.
Well, David lied. That's one of the great movies of our age. And I will fight you on that.
I like that movie.
He said, "You're not missing much. You don't. Need
You
to
are
see
missing
it."
much. You're missing David
Missing
Bowie in a
David.
codpiece.
Yeah, you're missing a lot of David Bowie. He does a lot of. We do a lot of crotch shots. I just wonder if it was on purpose. All right.
You remind me of
First up, we have Key. You knocked an arrow, shot it, and you had another chance to knock another arrow or
Yeah,
blood a sword.
I will
Shoot.
definitely shoot another arrow at it.
What was the damage you did?
It was 7.
All right, that's right.
Steven.
Is the perception check a bonus action?
Ish. At this point, yes.
Then I'm going to use another. Don't we usually do live streams every other Wednesday, right?
Yeah, typically. This next Wednesday we're going to be gone.
Oot and a boot.
And so we
But-
wanted to do it today
Yeah.
because normally we don't. If you don't catch it, please watch the follow. I always read every comment and I respond to every single one, like literally.
But we
every single one.
alternate between that and our Tal'Dorei campaign.
True.
Yep.
True. So,
So-
we'll
Tal'Dorei is not live yet.
not
Yes.
like yet, but we'll see.
You know.
All right. Anyway,
Okay,
I'll let
next.
you know. Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. That's where I live.
Mhm.
So
Okay, so I am going to I'm going to make another attack at it with an arrow. This one I am going to use. Ooh, I'm not going to use that one yet. I'm going to use my other shadow arrow on this one. And that is a total of 21 for the hit.
damage. Oh, hit.
No, I wish. That'd be nice.
Goodness.
And then, so there's.
I'm gonna start adding music.
So
I found a
there's
free
music plus
thing,
2d6. So again, the shadow arrow deals an additional 2d6 of necrotic damage.
roll those hit points, man.
So that is
That was pretty good.
oof, 7, 13,
Top numbers on everything.
It's because it's
Perfect.
magic dice.
He does.
19
He
points
always
of damage
rolls really
total.
well.
19.
Wow.
All right, so this arrow embeds itself into his chest as he turns around, and you just see it just like his veins turn black all around it as it just like this dark energy enters into it, and it kind of stumbles back against the wall, and it is now
Mine.
Tatiana's turn.
So first I want to do a perception check to see if that other door, if anybody heard and they're coming, like if I can see.
Okay, roll
anything.
roll perception on that.
Natural one.
You think that it's perfectly fine.
Plus 4. Okay.
You can't tell in the chaos right immediately happening. You're just trying to check, but you can't
Okay.
see around him so much.
All right. So I don't have any long distance weapons, which is like a first, except for my whips. So I'm going in.
All right.
And so there's the ogre. Is it an ogre or a troll?
It's an ogre.
An ogre, and then 2 hobgoblins.
Mm-hmm.
And the hobgoblins are passed out, or are they awake now?
Well, I mean, with your perception as well. I mean, it was a 1, but passive, they are starting to move.
Okay.
You can't tell how alert they are, but they are.
Well, I'm
getting
going
alert.
to. I can use both my whips because I'm dual wielding, right?
Absolutely.
Right? Okay. I have
Oh,
to
thanks,
remember.
Mark.
So I'm going
Help for
to.
review. Sorry, go on.
I'm going to whip him first, just like across like the chest, and then try to wrap my whip around one of his arms.
Okay.
Okay. 11
Okay.
and
Did you roll 1?
5.
Oh. The 11 is
5.
actually a hit. The 11 is a hit on the ogre.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
3.
All right, so,
So across the chest.
across the chest,
It's probably best that I didn't like grab onto him.
your
I'm gonna find my other
bone,
dice.
your bone whip, that, I mean, it has bones in it, just scrapes across its chest, leaving some open wounds for 3? 3 damage. The ogre's turn.
Time to switch dice.
He grabs the pot that he was cooking, and it just starts burning his hands.
I bet that
Okay.
smells really bad.
But then he throws it at all of you. I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw.
No strength.
What do I add? This right here?
Dexterity, yeah.
15?
Okay. Dexterity saving throw.
17.
17.
7.
Hmm?
over to you.
Torque is awesome.
So,
oh no! Our little
not
man.
bad. You get 8 fire damage, technically, because it's scalding hot.
Then I take half.
Because...
Hellish resistance.
Ooh.
So it comes over you, but you just kind of like throw it off of you for a second. It's just like, but you still get just like singed, bubble.
Because burns
blisters.
don't really do too much. In fact, I am going to point at it. Hellish rebuke.
All right, cool.
Your name is Alston,
Mhm,
right?
Yeah.
Alston?
So-
Alston?
Alston,
Was
yeah.
that
Alston.
was
Yeah.
that 8?
It's
that
wide,
was already halved, or
Uh,
what was that?
Well, 8 and then now it's 4.
He has to make a dexterity saving
So-
throw.
If we hadn't made it, it would have been 16. I don't.
No. It's you guys jump out of the way.
Okay.
This isn't like a spell where you take half if you. get
Oh,
16.
we didn't get hit?
You just flat out didn't get hit.
Oh, okay.
You guys rolled high enough that you all jumped out of the way.
Oh, so no damage.
I'm,
no
I'm
damage.
the only one that
He's
got
the only
hit.
one that got it.
Oh, thank you for that clarification.
Had to beat a 12, and it did not.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
When you do awful, but still get a participation trophy.
There's no participation
That's how it
trophies
feels.
in D&D. There's only living or death,
And sometimes double death.
and sometimes double death.
Resurrection's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
None of us
He
have
has to
it.
make a dex save.
All right.
Hellish rebuke.
I've rolled 19, 19, and 20. So
Your
he
natural 20.
Ugh.
he sees you just like pointing this like finger at him, just casting fire at him. But what is
So
he
how
do?
does that work? So he's supposed to take half on a success. I mean, how,
If it were you, I would say you wouldn't take any damage.
Okay,
Just
alright.
because it was such a
high roll. Yeah.
awesome
Yeah.
roll.
Okay.
He kind of like hides behind the pot and it like goes in the pot. You know?
Okay.
I mean, I'm sorry.
No,
I
no,
just
it's-
have to be. If I would do it to you, I would do it to the
Right,
monsters.
right,
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. All right. You took 8.
That was
No,
cool.
4.
though.
4
Yeah.
damage. That was cool.
Yeah.
That would have been
That was
awesome.
a cool.
All right. So now it is your turn.
I haven't gone yet.
What-
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
You,
like
I
me.
thought you were pointing Mark.
There.
The Doric hasn't gone either.
Oh, okay.
Doric.
How far away is he?
He's right next to all of you. He's within 30 feet.
I'm trying not to.
I'm trying to.
I know, and you're making it very hard.
That's what she said.
And sometimes cupcakes, but mostly death.
All right, I'm gonna run up to him and grab him.
I want a cupcake. What?
Yes.
All right. So the gnome. You ready for a new character? I'm just kidding. The gnome goes up and
I can
grabs
take him.
the ogre. Come on, do this.
Broken her.
Show me your.
He. Do
I was not
do you want me
expecting.
to roll? I mean, he has to make a save.
I should have.
Do you want me to roll for him on my?
No, I can.
when
I can
do
roll
those?
for it.
Okay.
18. A little gnome
He takes half.
runs up and tries to grab him and does, but he
Oh.
He takes half.
He's just like
He's just so cute.
He's like a little toddler.
Just kidding. I
He's a
bet
little
he's like
toddler.
really scary.
No,
Uh,
he's
two.
actually,
Just like little
he's
like.
actually
Takes two.
terrifying.
I imagine like pointy teeth,
I imagine.
like that
I imagine
kind of gnome.
Chucky,
Oh, man.
like a Chucky doll, running.
Two
in.
necrotic.
Yeah.
All right, so you grab his leg and you
He
just
just pointed teeth
you just see
No.
the same type of like
Just-
vein effect.
with that big hat.
Grrr,
and
just
ears. That's what I
screams as you do
imagine.
that.
I know I'm not supposed to, but I do.
All right.
Anyway.
It is now
Doric. No, he's
no
last. Hobgoblin?
the hobgoblin in the back. You just hear this like shriek, just like this like
Ooh.
angry, and he just gets up and he throws javelin across the room, and 18 hits you.
It does.
All right,
Oh my gosh. What did you get us into?
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
all right. Javelin is 1d6 plus 3. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 damage. So just suddenly out of nowhere, this javelin just pegs you in the side. It kind of rips past, but you definitely made contact, and it's going to leave a mark. Not permanent, but you know, it's going to hurt. It's bleeding.
It's gonna leave a mark
and
because
then
we don't heal.
the next one,
I'm
He
not
got
a
his
healer.
point across.
the next one has a longbow, and he pulls back and shoots at you, and does a 15 hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. No. I'm 15.
Okay.
I'm confused. It says 14, but then I have a +1 15.
Yes. I did it wrong. I wrote it wrong, but I was right in pen. I had done.
Why didn't you just
0.
cross it out then? Am I 15?
You're 15. So the arrow like hits against your armor. It kind of knocks you back a bit, but you just rip it out. It doesn't actually go through, but it hits you. And by the way, I wasn't going to mention this, but I do want to mention this now. When it matches, it hits your armor, and the more something hits your armor, I have little tally marks on the durability, and if it reaches a certain point, you will have to get it repaired because it will drop down
I like that.
1. Because I feel like
That makes
if I'm
sense.
going to make it equal, I'm going to have possible damages.
Yeah.
'Cause why
I
not?
like that.
You have another 15 over here with an arrow pointing. Oh my gosh, David, why didn't you just use whiteout?
I'm crazy. All right, so
Did
anyway,
you write it with a pen?
it is
What
now
kind of
top of the round.
what
I know.
kind
of-
What kind of chaos do you live in? Where
I
you
know,
write up a
and the
character
whole
in
thing
pen?
is-
It's like that thing. I see you like to live dangerously. All right, it is now top of the round. Key.
And I'm like,
Okay. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun.
These hobgoblins in business, man.
I'm going to.
Hurting their chef.
I'm going to. The hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin 1 and
Ooh.
2.
Okay, I'm gonna do something very fun here.
Hobgoblin 1 is on your left of the table. They're sitting across from each other. There's one that's right down your lane. There's one on the other side of the table. He's Hobgoblin 1 right in front of you. Hobgoblin 2 is over here.
Okay, I'm going to fire at was it
I live
hob?
life on the edge. The hard drive. Ooh.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous living. With was it hobgoblin? I'm gonna shoot at the hobgoblin that
One
fired
is
at
right
her
down the line.
first.
Okay, so that was 2.
Okay, so I'm
One
gonna
was
fire.
the one that threw the javelin
Yep.
at you.
So I'm gonna fire at number 2 first, the one that shot at her. And
I'm surprised they hit. To be honest,
what's that?
I'm
Oh,
surprised
were
they hit. They both rolled very well.
I'm gonna roll again to hit him, and I fumble.
Oh, I'm gonna say the arrow as you're pulling it back, which almost has never happened before. It just kind of like the string just like twangs because you pulled it wrong and you just didn't get the shot off.
Okay.
Nothing too
And
negative.
so with that, is there any cover nearby?
So the tables together, I mean, they're not like, it's actually like 4 or 5 tables that are just put out in a row.
Yeah.
You could technically either push a bench up or move the table up to create cover. But that's the
But
only
right
cover
now
there
there's
is.
not.
No, you could create your own.
Okay. Then I'm going to move out of the doorway, so I'm out of the way of everyone else that's funneling into the room.
Sure. Towards the
Like
Ogre?
in the room or
So the room. So describe to me how we came into the room, because I pictured we came in this corner and then it
okay,
was
so
here and then
it's
there's
a
this
basic
and this.
rectangle. This room.
Mhm.
So imagine you're at the lower left thumb.
Okay, so
And
down here,
The ogre's towards the tip of your finger. He's towards
over here,
that side.
this side.
Yep.
Okay,
And then the hobgoblins are close to the end of the room.
on this side.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to move.
This works for me.
just so that you could do this.
So I'm gonna move.
He's doing it visually for them to see as well.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move right in here to the middle, so I'm closer to the hobgoblins.
So where am I?
So you're moving closer to the hobgoblins.
Yes.
Okay. You're all towards this thumb. We don't have fancy overhead maps, okay?
We have a whiteboard.
For the ASMR.
Just so you know, we have a whiteboard.
Oh, I know, but they can't see it.
Yeah, but we can.
Give me a thing.
Yeah. So with
I'll do it
that,
right now.
I have 3 colors.
I want black.
Of course you do.
okay. So that's the
Your turn. So I'm. How far am I from the hobgoblins?
They're about 60 feet away from you.
Okay. All right. And I'm really close to the ogre.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna. Oh, I have spells.
yes, you do.
Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I forget that I do have I do have range attacks because I have spells. Gosh. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys.
How late are we going?
As soon as we're done with this. I'm sorry, we can't end. I haven't played this game in a long time, so. Where's the spells, David? Are they here?
They're in the back of the book. Do you need me to look it up real fast? Because I can do that too.
Yes.
All right. What do you need? What spell?
I don't know.
That was a
don't
joke
know.
just for
don't know.
you.
I feel like I'm like doing the alphabet. in
What
my
is the
head.
name of the
Oh,
spell?
I don't know.
Oh, that's hard to find then.
I know, right?
It's like
Okay,
a Cheshire
okay.
cat.
Wait, that's not in here. Dang it. Ice knife, where's that?
Ice knife, I believe, is in Xanathar's. So let me. Yeah, it is, I believe.
I don't know what it does, so. I'm sorry, usually I have my attacks all.
Ice knife. It's a first level spell. You create a shard of ice and fling it at one creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 piercing. Hit or miss, the shard explodes.
That's awesome.
The target and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed a dexterity saving throw and or take 2d6.
So we're all 5 feet and within range, right?
ish.
I'm still gonna do it anyway. Sorry, guys.
Did I stepped out of the range, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the ogre, I'm still there.
For the ogre, yeah. I mean,
So
or are you attacking?
I don't roll for it. It just has to do a dex. Is that right?
No, you
Or-
ranged spell attacks. You do.
I
You
would have
make an
moved
attack.
Oh,
closer
I
to,
do?
like, right
Okay.
here.
Yes. What do I add?
Your
my
spell
my
modifier.
those
Yeah.
that can see.
That is
It's
22.
okay, I'm putting this right here.
I did 22.
Okay.
If you can try to put it in the center without hitting the mic.
22 plus 1d10.
22. That's a hit.
Let's see if I can get this on here without the
A 9.
Nice.
9 damage.
On the hobgoblin?
No, on the ogre. And then that means
That's the ogre.
me,
I failed.
him. I failed.
On a dex save, everything within 5 feet has to make a dex save, right?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that
That's
I'm
okay. I wanted to die, so.
But
It's fine.
I'm just trying to
Uh-huh.
kill this thing.
And me.
Well, you're just little.
The target and each creature within 5 feet.
Yeah, so Doric needs to do it too, huh? Or is he still in?
Doric hasn't gone yet.
So
He
how much?
hasn't-
How
He
much?
hasn't gotten the room
So
yet.
how much
He's,
damage
okay.
did I take?
he's having trouble getting through.
How much did I take?
2d6 cold damage.
So you took
0.
9.
Do I roll for his damage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4. 5.
9.
I
okay.
always roll low when I'm trying to. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You did more damage to me than the ogre did. Thanks.
That's okay. We all learn.
I rolled a 17, so I did survive my.
You're like, ha!
Take that.
I'm sorry. I should have warned you, little man.
He didn't see you there. He didn't see you
That's,
there.
by the way, my nickname for you now.
Little man.
All right. Next in
She's a
line,
dragonborn.
it is
She can say
now.
what she wants.
It's actually the ogre's turn.
He's an ogre.
All right. So the ogre he still has the pot in his hand, and he's using it as a club.
Ooh.
And he's going to make an attack on you because you just threw ice at him. 12 plus 4 is 16.
Yes.
All right.
First time actually I've gotten like hit this whole time.
Right.
So whatever. No big deal. Can I borrow someone's pencil?
All right,
Because
so-
David loses all my pencils.
That's
and
not true.
I'm blaming it
8.
on him.
4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you take 12 plus 4. 16 damage.
That's a
So
lot.
he brings down the thing and just throws it against
That's
you.
half.
And it just
point.
sends you back a good 5 feet.
Well, yeah. I wish I was a healer.
I need a healer.
All right, it is now
This is very just.
Oh my goodness, I'm having trouble.
We wiped out that
Doric.
Minotaur. Now
Oh,
we're
I could
struggling.
use mending. for
Doric,
that kind of
oh,
thing.
his first miss. Doric comes running in after he sees you get hit. He's like, "Oh, come, my lady!" And he just comes
My
swinging, and then he hits the pot and just like it's very shaking. Didn't do any good. And now it is Alston's turn.
I'm going to cast Fear on the ogre.
Nice.
Well done.
He has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
19 or 20? Which one do you want?
That's how it's been so far.
2.
So he has to drop his pot. And he sees a phantom image
You're
of his
just
worst
gone.
fear.
because you're like
And-
in the pot.
He has to dash away out of sight
Oh snap.
until he can make another saving throw.
Okay. Let me
So
he's
he's booking
logistically
it.
where he's going. Okay, so down towards where the hobgoblins are, you just see him go, just like running.
And I'm actually going to chase him.
Okay, so you give chase after him. You
Yeah.
move your full
The
30
ogre?
feet.
Yeah.
You are so cool. Even after I almost killed you.
You make it down to the end.
Oh, it's right here.
Oh,
Are
to-
you almost dead?
No.
Oh, good.
there's a door. You didn't see it before, but it's right. No, it's right. Yeah, no, it's right here. I was wrong.
Okay.
And he busts through the door. You don't see where he goes,
Okay.
but he's no longer right there.
Okay.
And neither are you. You made it this far.
I'm when I get a chance, I'm actually going to see if I can intimidate him to leave, and I get advantage on that.
Okay. Yeah.
When I get the chance to do that.
We say it right there.
I'll sit it right there so everyone can
So you can see. Oh, that's really
ran
cool.
out
of you.
that way. And then
Yeah, you can kind of see
Austin
it.
made it right there.
Hit or miss the sharks. I'm gonna say. Imagine it's fine. Isn't it? Hit. It's true. All right. So
He probably saw his father, the chef.
Well, to be honest, what he saw was like a rabid bunny. Like already had planned his fears, believe it or not.
Okay.
But it's like much larger.
So he saw a phantom bunny.
Yeah, and it
Large.
just started chasing him, and he's just like, it's the way they bounce.
Uh-huh.
It freaks him out. It's he used
I
to
think
hunt
bunnies
them.
are scary too.
Anyway, so he runs.
Thanks
it's
to,
like a dire
goosebump-
bunny.
Anyway,
Anyway.
goosebumps or something. There's like a vampire bunny.
So you chase him. I mean, he
Yeah.
takes off, but the hobgoblins are pretty close to you at this point.
Okay.
But I mean, they're about 20 feet from you,
Okay.
maybe a little bit less, 15.
All right.
Anyway, but that's where you're at. Next, it is actually their turn.
That effect lasts for a full minute, so he has to roll saving throw every time it's his turn
Okay.
to break out.
Okay. Both of them don't see you.
Okay.
They see the ogre and then they're looking at the other guys shooting and fighting. And
Uh-huh.
they're just like this little just running by. But their turns, one has another javelin and he throws it again at you.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees you shooting, so he's trying to take you out. Does a 12 plus, let me get the exact number here. 12 plus 3. Does a 15 hit?
It does not.
Is it your armor class or less?
It's less because of my shield.
Okay.
It bounces off my shield.
So you've got so his bow has a shield, like a small little shield on it, and he just like knocks it back as it's coming. And then the other one takes another shot, but this time he's aiming at Doric. Ooh, and that's a hit. But this one's a long bow, and so he. Where is that? All right. Oh, only one. So it goes like right in between the armor, like right under the arm here, and just kind of sticks in, just
Barely.
and it just kind of you know.
Yeah.
And all right, now it is top of the round.
Okay. We're gonna make another go at this.
You guys just see him walk up to the thing, and it just runs out of it.
Are the hobgoblins wearing armor?
Okay.
You can't really tell from here; it's kind of dark. But when it's your turn, you can roll perception on them.
I'm going to fire at the one that has the bow, the long bow first.
Okay.
Okay. That is a total of 21. And I'm going to use a superiority dice on that for goading attack. Okay. So that counts towards my damage.
Okay.
I'm going to roll here momentarily. Yep, that's right. And then, so he can roll his save DC of 14. So if he makes that, then he. It's a
What's
wisdom saving throw.
He does not make it.
Okay, so he has disadvantage against everyone except me.
Nice.
And then I'm going to use my once per rest action surge for an extra attack,
Stamp.
for an extra action to fire at the one.
The other one throwing
The
javelins
other
at
one.
you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And that one I don't have confidence that I hit. That was maybe 13.
13 on the other one.
Yeah, 13 on the second one.
You kill both of them.
No. A 13 to hit. I haven't
Oh,
rolled damage
13 to
yet.
hit. Okay, because I was like 13. That's insane.
13
Yeah.
to
Okay.
13 to hit. the
Okay,
second
this
one.
was like, wow.
Did I hit the second one?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I roll damage on him as well. So I got to mark off my
Fortunate for
second.
you, they're not wearing armor.
Okay, so the first one,
Good to know.
the first one had my superior
We won't
dice.
use that one then.
That was 16 points of damage on that one. And then the second one that I hit was a 12.
Again, they're both dead.
Oh.
They have 11 hit points.
So that one would
So did you like do it at the same time?
have. So
Like
it
what
no.
style?
So it would have been. It would have been as the hobgoblin fired at Doric, I loosed one back at him in the chest, and immediately drawing another arrow and firing immediately at the second
Awesome.
one.
So you just in rapid succession, you see him just go, "Choo, choo," just take both of them out, and like you're running and you see these like just like hit and fly over. The other one gets it in the
You're
head. and flies
chasing the
over.
ogre?
Yeah.
Oh,
I chased it out of the room.
so you're gone out of the room.
It's out of the
Not-
room. I'm chasing it.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
yet.
Technically, you're out of initiative since it's fleeing,
Yeah.
but
It might be a
it's
good
not
place
in
to end
sight.
for tonight, really.
Mhm, I
Yeah.
think so.
So
Given time.
as your strikes hit, you just see just this little just running out of the room. Are you going out of the room, or are you running to the door?
I'm chasing it. Yeah.
Okay, so
I want to catch it.
he
because
disappears into the darkness
I can-
around the corner.
I think I might be able to intimidate it to do something.
That's
so.
awesome. And that's where we're ending tonight.
Okay, you
So
make note that I'm next.
okay.
Okay.
So he is a rogue
Yes,
fighter,
no.
actually. He's
yeah.
a multi-class. So he's
Multi-class.
mostly fighter, and he's dipping into a little bit of rogue. And I allow that in mind because I feel like if your background makes sense with it, I say you can do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, really appreciate you for stopping by. Truly, all of you that did. I mean, quite a few of you did. And those watching the replay, we appreciate you as well. Thank you so much to our patrons on Patreon. Thank you those that are coming over from Instagram for the first time and those that are finding us just because you've subscribed. We appreciate you all stopping in. Truly, it's been a lot of fun. Guys, the people that have been commenting like crazy, especially Cupcake, we really appreciated it. We will let you know on Instagram. It's just Natural1 Official. It's just all together. Real easy to find. It's the same symbol that's on the YouTube as well. So,
On the YouTube.
yep, like an old man. That's what I always say.
Instagram.
So as I
Facebook.
always say, and it kind of came by accident, is may you roll natural ones, just not natural ones.
That's not how it goes.
May you always roll natural.
May your rolls be natural ones, just not natural ones.